The latest update on Jay Slater is that he definitely went up a mountain with an Asian gentleman. We can only assume it was Taj from Come Fly With Me.
Oh no, I don't really like curry. I like English food like pizza or Chinese.
The assumption at present is that Jay made off with this Skoda Octavia driving, Uber Eats delivering, fish curry consuming, isn't it after every sentence pronouncing man's Rolex. And that Rolex meant a lot to him because he got it by doing bare shifts with the Just Eat bag and that, you know, like rolling around in Cuzzy's Nardo Grey Audi IS3. And then my cousin took it to my other cousin who's also my dad and he got it remapped and now it's got like bare horse. It's got like 600 horsepower now, bro, and we're going for a kebab after this as you wanted to come. And because of this, some people have assumed that Jay Slater has been done in by this Deliveroo bike rider who will message you and confidently say, "I've arrived," when he hasn't arrived at all. He's 3 miles down the road because apparently no one in Karachi knows how to use Google Maps. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. I do prefer this theory though. You know that this fella's flown into Tenerife on PIA, Pakistani International Airlines. He's flown in with his 17 cousins to have a blowout before returning to Raja's corner shop, where they'll serve the community, even though they've got questionable documentation regarding the right to work in the UK. But that's alright, don't worry about that. And obviously whilst this fella's been out in Tenerife with all his cousins and that, a naughty little chava is trying to have a way with his watch and he's got himself a slapped ass, hasn't he? Jabati style. I think that makes a lot more sense in some of the things people are coming out of anyway. If you'll cast your minds back just a couple of weeks ago, one person confidently suggested that Jay Slater may have been consumed by a shark, and their only reasoning for this was simply because sharks like blood. You also had old men in power chairs. The legs don't work like they used to before. And they were wondering if it was worth them flying out on the PIP allowance. Flying out and joining the search party in Tenerife, even though they'd be taken out by a moderately sized branch if it got stuck in the spokes of the wheelchair. So in comparison to all of those suggestions and conspiracies conjured up by benefit-claiming lunatics on Facebook, the nicking a Rolex and getting done in for it thing, I can sort of see happening. I mean, think about it, yeah. If you're wearing a £12,000 watch and some little rat from Blackburn has just thought, yeah, I'm having that, and he's grabbed it while you're at the Haram Music Festival and he's done away with it down a sand dune, you'd be right after him. And you catch him as well, you catch him. Because unlike a teenager residing in Blackburn, you and your many cousins, you grew up in the sand dunes. Plus, cuzzy, on top of all of that, 12 grand is like a used Golf R. You get the remap on that, bro. You get like 0 to 60 and 3.6 and rapid on that, man. Or even a deposit on an Audi RS6 because my cousin, yeah, his dad's mum's son, my uncle, he's got like a car shop in the middle of Bradford and it smells a little bit on that inside of the shop, but he's got some right mash up guys, you know. The only problem is with my uncle, he calls me motherfucker quite a lot and sometimes he tries to fuck my ass. No, but could you imagine, mate, you're getting picked up one day in Uber, you see it coming, Toyota Prius, and then I turn up in an Audi RS6. What would you say? What would you say? What would you say? What would you... So we've concluded that Jay Slater has been beheaded in the Spanish desert, Taliban style. Yeah? Yeah, okay. So now Jay's friend has spoken out to tell us all what the sword-wielding samurai from Lancashire is really like as a person.
Describe Jay to me, what his personality's like.
We did that festival for 3 days. We do one day festival. I'd be tired, rough in the morning. He's waking up fresh to go and do it all again. It's just everything we've done like that. He's just been, I don't know, I can't explain him, he's just different.
Describe your best friend. Tell us all about him. Well, he really likes sniffing gear. That's basically what this young lad's just said. He's gone, yeah, we go to a festival, we get off it, we wake up the next morning and Jay's got all the energy in the world, ready to do it again, yeah, because he's not been to sleep, bro. That's called cocaine. The balls of bash in each of his nostrils may have him bouncing up and down the walls like he's got E5 premium petrol inside his ass, but that doesn't tell us anything about him as a person, fella.
He's excited, he's got a zest for life, he wants to go and enjoy every moment to the fullest.
Yeah, he does.
Look at him! He's about to piss himself laughing. He knows him. He's thinking zest for life. Like, fuck has he got a zest for life? The only thing Jay's got zest for is a pal of his called fucking Charlie. Yeah, let's steal a Rolex.
So you were actually on the phone to him that morning. He video called you. Tell me what he was saying to you.
He was on the phone and he goes, I'm not walking down all around that road. and he's gone over a little bit, like a little, not a big drop, just a little tiny little drop, and he's going down there.
All right, is that what you said, is it? Yeah, I'm just wondering if a fucking coconut has fell off of one of the nearby palm trees and landed square on this lad's head before he sat down to do this interview. It was on phone, Jay, and he goes, I was walking down what that road, what rock cut, dot cut and EastEnders, rock cut, not bot dot. And like just a little bit of something and a little bit more. Where am I?
So you said that you could see his feet and he was actually sort of sliding down the hill. Like you could hear the rocks.
Yeah, that's how I knew he went off the road. Because you could hear, like, when you walk on gravel or whatever it is, you can, you know what I mean, it's stones.
You know what I mean? Stones. Yabba dabba doo. Fucking Freddie Flintstone or what? Me, gay haircut, CJ, go down, FaceTime, stones. Bro's a fucking caveman.
Were you concerned at that point?
Not at the time, no, because we were both like laughing about it. He said, look where I am. Like, I just come out of a festival myself.
Was he concerned? Was he fuck concerned? He was pissing his sides, watching his mate tumble down a fucking cliff like he's watching Live Leak, because he's got Barry Manilow in his system. A metric ton of Mandy. Enough MDMA to make Toby from the Sidemen interesting. We can all see Jay's friend's reaction right here is a little bit weird. And that leads me on to this. In my original videos about this Jay Slater fiasco, I made jokes about all of this because that's what my channel's for. It's for making jokes. One side of all of this that I found hilarious was the conspiracy theories, because with the admittedly limited information I had regarding this situation, I thought all of the theories were just bizarre. And don't get me wrong, I still think that the people who were suggesting we could play electronic dance music in the middle of the desert to try and lure Jay in and see if he responds to it like a fly responding to the scent of shit, or the individual with, I assume, severe learning difficulties who was suggesting we could chuck bottles of water down a cliff just in case Jay was stuck to the pricks of a cactus, as if he was in a Looney Tunes cartoon. I still believe that those people are in desperate need of psychiatric evaluation, but I do have to humbly hold my hands up and admit that the idea that something a little bit more sinister and a little deeper may have happened to Jay is no longer completely out of the question in my mind. For me, this has gone from a simple case of a teenager off his nut on 8% ketamine and 92% non-biodegradable wash powder, pinging off into the desert with no water and dropping dead, to now potentially being something more reminiscent of an average-rated Netflix drama. I believe it may be a possibility that a couple of the theories going around right now may have a little bit of substance to them. However, if you're sat on your ass in your dressing gown and the sweat from your gooch is dripping down the gaps in your sofa, even though you're a woman, and your 4 kids from 5 different dads named Tyler, Delilah, Ryder and China are all asking where the tea is, but their hairy mother, who starred in the show 16 and Pregnant, is too busy going down the Jay Slater wormhole on Facebook, whilst in the meantime also trying to swap her smelly council house for another equally smelly council house, I do, in that case, have to politely ask that you get a fucking job. The Jay Slater story is looking to be a little bit deeper than previously expected, but it will never match the deepness of the hole in the British economy, because we've got to pay hundreds of billions in welfare just so that able-bodied, lazy, smelly twats, who should be putting their energy into refining their Indeed.com CVs, but are instead putting all their energy into searching up new Jay Slater theories. Do you want to know what happened to Jay Slater once and for all? Do you want me to tell you? I'll tell you right now. He got on the bad side of a man who has 7 middle names. 3 of them are different spellings of the word Mohammed. Now he's dead. Thank you for watching. I'll see you very soon.